Remember 2019? I do. Standing together with my workmates, standing up for our children and an education system that values teachers. Standing strong until we won.
Today, our school bells cease to ring. Where have all the teachers gone?
The Kua Tai Te Wā campaign was loud and clear. It's time to value the work we do and to free us to do the job we signed up for, ensuring every child receives the attention they need to learn and thrive. We stood strong as a union because our fight was worth it. Winning Kua Tai Te Wā took a huge commitment, but united in our union, NZEI Te Riu Roa, we did it. In June 2019, we finally won a huge pay job and a huge victory. Pay parity with secondary teachers, the removal of barriers to paid progression, 8 additional teacher-only days.
But there was unfinished business. Kua Tai Te Wā was not just about pay, it was about understaffing and work demands. Government set up in accord with NZEI Te Riu Roa and PPTA to address work demands, review class sizes and develop a wellbeing framework. But our efforts to make this work were blocked.
Some of the challenges that we're currently facing are the ever-growing class sizes, and with that becomes the problem of the ever-increasing learning needs that are coming within our class doors.
The other thing that I think would make a huge difference straight away is access to more relievers, to more teaching staff, so that we could have smaller class sizes. We simply don't have the amount of teachers that we need to offer safe staffing levels to make sure that every child gets the attention and the care that they deserve.
The teacher is actually getting burnt out. That there is so much work to do for the tamarikis to give the tamariki the best learning experience that they can, that they're working through the weekends, they're working on their Saturdays, they're working on their Sundays, so that when they get back to school, they're actually not feeling re-energised because they haven't had that time in the weekend.
Trying to find the balance for teachers is becoming quite stressful. Trying to find support for the children with all the varying needs is also becoming a challenge. And so for teachers, it's a growing anxiety and stress for them.
Last year, we commissioned an independent review into staffing. The Puaotanga review asked teachers, principals, support staff, parents, and other stakeholders a clear question: is staffing in primary schools adequate to enable every child to fulfil their potential? The answer was a resounding no.
If we had smaller class sizes on top of more baseline support for all of the established needs we've identified, we would be so much better placed to meet the needs of all learners, not just the ones with the greatest needs, but also all the others whose own needs have been out-prioritised by a teacher who's just doing the best they already can.
Actually, what does this child need? Can I just do my job and teach to the needs of my kids?
If teachers are in front of their class from 9 to 3 and meetings before school and after school up until 5 or even later, and doing lunchtime duties and meetings, when are they meant to do their planning, preparation and assessment?
That teacher is already going to be under so much more pressure to provide for such a wide and heavy load of needs to be met.
My well-being has significantly been affected by the workload and the pressures that we are under.
The Puaotanga review, one of the key findings that I took out of it was that we need smaller class sizes and we need access to more support more quickly. Those are two things that would make such a difference for me in my space and for many other kaiako across the country.
At the moment, most schools are squashed at the seams with children coming in with the various needs. And so for us, we need to be fighting for smaller class sizes and more support for our class teachers.
Underfunded. under pressure, and undervalued. Value your teaching staff.
Again and again, teachers have said they have no time to reflect and prepare. They were always on the go, and the work demands are overwhelming. All the issues are multiplied many times over for staff in schools or kura, providing opportunities for learning in Te Reo Māori and Pacifica languages. To top it off, COVID magnified all the issues across our sector. If it was challenging before, the past 2 years have been beyond challenging. In 2019, we won big on pay, but our staffing issue is unfinished business. Secondary schools have 20 to 30% more staffing than primary schools. The Pouaotanga panel recommended big increases to staffing, non-contact time to match secondary, and much more support for Māori and Pacifica.
This can't all be fixed overnight, but we can start now. Our upcoming negotiations are the opportunity to win the changes we need to actually teach and give each child the attention they need and deserve. Smaller class sizes, more teachers, more support, more time, more support to deliver Māori and Pacifica education. We need major change, and that means major funding. To win this funding, we need the commitment of the political leaders for a pathway back to fully staffed schools, where teachers can do their jobs, Tamariki can reach their potential, and Māori and Pacific teachers have the support they need. To secure that political commitment, we need to demonstrate the support of parents and the wider community.
The call to fix staffing issues was made in our last collective agreement negotiations. The journey will continue in our negotiations in Budget 2023 and by securing a commitment to a different future in next year's elections. That's why today we're inviting you to join our campaign, Wāwāhi Tahā, Time for Tamariki. Wāwāhi Tahā is all about kids. Tamariki free to learn and grow with the support they need to thrive. Wāwāhi Tahā is your campaign to win on teacher-child ratios, non-contact time, learning support, and support for Māori and Pacific teachers.
So what's next? Some members are already meeting with MPs, telling their stories and seeking support. Others are preparing to meet parents and community allies. Today, we're asking all NZEI Te Riu Roa primary teacher members to come to a paid union meeting. And for those who want to get more active now, we want to hear from you. Will you come to your paid union meeting? Can you share messages on social media? Would you like information about joining others to lobby and build community support? We'll see you at the paid meetings because it's time for Tamariki.